Hello and welcome to DCP Live episode number 153. It is Wednesday, not Thursday, and there's a reason for that. Borderlands 3 is coming out tomorrow, so we decided to roll this episode to today on Wednesday instead. And today we've got EK coming on back. Ekuegan, welcome back, man.
Hey, how's it going, guys?
Good.
Good. How about yourself?
So far, so good. Thank you for another invite to the show.
Yeah, absolutely, man.
I haven't seen you since the chowder incident.
The great chowder incident of Pax West.
That chowder place is awesome.
That chowder place was good. Quick story for the listeners is I think it was me and Tefty walked out of PAX and we were supposed to meet Pope and Watts for lunch. And Pope had met up with you guys and you guys had decided to go to a chowder place. Do you remember the name of it?
Pike Place.
Pike Place
Chowder.
Winner of tons of awards. Just like
tons of awards.
Tons of awards.
So we went to this place and it was good chowder. But unfortunately, it made Pope throw up for the rest of the day.
Oh no.
There's, at PAX, I learned some things about Pope.
Yeah,
he has a very, very sensitive stomach. All right,
but he doesn't like act as so.
No, not at all. He's like, oh, let's go. I'll eat this and that. And I actually legit feel bad now about him eating all that Taco Bell that one time because.
Right.
Oh, you meant to eat Taco Bell?
All these sound like terrible decisions. Why is he doing this when he's got a sensitive
that's
stomach?
The question, Fran, is like if you had a sensitive stomach and you might throw up if you had rich food.
Double fried gordita
would you
with
go
chowder
for the,
on it?
Yeah. what would be your lunch choice? New England clam chowder?
Just bouillabaisse.
Oh, yeah. The New England
yeah, so I found out Pope has a extremely sensitive stomach, and I shared a hotel.
Just like his heart.
His heart is sensitive and his stomach is sensitive, and I shared a hotel with him, and I originally thought that he was just waxing poetic on a certain puking topic, and then I got to experience firsthand there was chunks on the bathroom floor, and I was like,
chunks.
Pope was not lying.
Oof,
that's right.
He was not lying. So yeah, when he got
feel bad for him, but
so he got that was like the next day he ate the clam
chowder.
chowder.
Really?
Wait, he threw up before that?
Yes.
And then threw up again after? Oh,
exactly.
This was a follow-up incident.
This is the next day. He's like, I've got this condition where if I have super oily foods, it makes me want to vomit. Oh, yeah. Clam chowder sounds great.
Poor Pope, man.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's like he's just, I don't know if he's like doing it for show. He's like, yeah, I can handle it. And then,
yeah,
that's it.
So anytime Pope says, man,
Exorcist.
I really through up and that stuff, I'll be like, I believe
he did. He actually did.
Yeah,
Speaking of which, where are Watts and Pope today?
Oh, good question. Pope's throwing up in a toilet right now. Watts
up chucking some peanut brittle and mayonnaise sandwiches.
There it is. Yeah.
Watts is cosplaying as Namiel from Monster Hunter World Iceborne. Currently, that's what she's doing. Yes.
That sounds right. That sounds right.
It's very important stuff. So yeah,
they're occupied.
So Pax West happened, and we got to hang out. We did talk about it last week, but EK, I wanted to know, how'd you feel about PAX? How was your experience?
Oh man, PAX was fun. I think it was my second year going to PAX, and I finally got to hang out with most of my peers, and I got to talk to a few companies. Last year, I didn't know what's going on. I was just running around with my head cut off. I didn't know what was happening, who to talk to, where to go, or anything. This year was a lot better.
Nice.
Yeah.
I even got to meet up with my partner manager from Twitch, and it was a great time.
That's awesome.
PAX is fun. It was my first
PAX was fun. It was awesome to see so many people lined up to even for the Bungie line or other games. You just seeing people just around corners.
Right.
Things were being cut off. It was great.
Yeah.
It's a nice environment to be in.
It was very packed for the Bungie booth. It was great seeing that.
Yeah.
You
It was the most popular booth.
You cleared out the place, man. All those let's see the stack.
Yeah,
it was a good run, man.
He's got all the emblems
for our listeners.
Look at that.
EK,
that's a lot of emblem codes.
EK is holding up a brick of emblem codes. Like, do it right next to the mic
I
again.
feel like this
do
this,
that.
this might be like 60 or something.
Jeez, man. They got that new emblem smell.
Yeah. Yeah.
That's the
Fresh
best.
emblem.
A
Mhm.
bunch of fresh Shadowkeep emblems. Yeah. Just
That's great.
waiting. Yep.
Did you buy a bunch of stuff at the store too?
Oh. Yeah, let me get my receipts.
Wait, are we
kid's
gonna help
gonna
you with
bust
your
out a
taxes?
ledger.
What's happening?
Dude, hold on.
Tax
I
time
have
with
a lot of
DCP. I love it.
receipts.
That's a lot of receipts.
Yeah,
That's
so
all
as
from the
what?
Bungie store. That's like 6, 7,
Yeah.
8 receipts.
no, there's like 25 receipts. There's more. So
Oh,
every
man.
day, I would get like because there was no service in the building, right? So at random times, I just get a message. Hey, can you give me leggings? Hey, can you give me a shirt? And it's like mods and like different community members, and I'm like, fine, you know what? I got you.
That's really nice.
Wow,
of you.
man. What a nice
Yeah.
guy.
Yeah. Then the next day, it was like, oh, go to FedEx. You should see my FedEx thing. This is like
You were shipping stuff from PAX?
no. I got home and I had to ship a bunch of stuff. And
Oh,
I had,
yeah. That's like a
yeah.
full-time job.
Yeah, it was yeah. So
That is very
a
nice
half
of you
day.
to do all that.
That's
it was,
super nice.
Yeah, it was a lot of things to do, but
Yeah,
it was fun. Yeah.
nice. What'd you think of the build?
I know we're.
Huh?
What'd you think of the build at Bungie when you got to play the?
Oh.
They had what was it again? They had elimination and like
Yeah, the 3v3 LM.
yeah.
And then the 6v6.
Mhm.
It was fun. Like you notice like certain different things like supers act a little bit different.
Mhm.
You can take out a super with like if you snipe him in the head or if you shotgun melee. That new machine gun was very different. But the coolest thing was we actually had a game that was really close. I don't know if Pope was doing that on purpose. The game was like really close. It was
Was he on your team?
4-4. Yeah, he was on our team. But it was just like the thrill of like almost losing but winning. It brought back like that trials moment feeling. I don't know. 3v3 seems like it's fun.
Were you just saying was Pope throwing on purpose?
A little bit, yeah. I think he did it. I think he did it on purpose.
I don't know. I think he might have been thrown up at the time.
Yeah, if he's not throwing up, he's throwing. Huh?
Yeah.
Pope's pretty competitive. I wouldn't expect that he would be throwing anything.
Yeah,
That's true.
Well, I think the first match that we played, we kind of felt bad for those guys.
Yeah.
It was like 5-0, and the guy kind of looked sad. We gave him like our pins. You know, we're like, all right,
Oh, wow.
you get to go back and like get another chance. But I think Pope was trying to give the competition a better chance at winning. I think that's what
Yeah.
happened there. Yeah.
Everybody wants to get that really cool Crucible pin.
Yeah.
That pin is so dope. You wouldn't want to leave PAX without it. That's for sure.
agreed. Yeah,
I left with PAX with a bunch of them. You know?
you got 4. Nice.
I
They
got like
looked
8.
Nice.
You got
But
8.
I gave a bunch of
Frank, can you hold
Yeah.
up your collection of pins?
Yeah, nice and close
I
to the
really
camera so we can see it.
hate you guys. You know, I just don't remember where I put it. Just can't remember.
You misplaced it.
Yeah, it's right next to CC Coons. And wait, did Pope get one after all then?
Oh, Pope got like 3 or 4.
EK carried him.
Oh, did he? Look at that,
he
man.
he got a few.
Yeah, so the booth was awesome. Like I really enjoyed that at PAX. Yeah. Was there any games outside of Destiny that caught your eye?
There were a few. I would say Borderlands, of course, is one of them.
Mhm.
And that weird tech game that we played.
Disintegration. We
Yeah.
played that
Disintegration?
together. I was going to ask
Yeah.
you what you thought about that. That'd be interesting to DCP fans because it's actually made by ex-Bungie folk.
Yeah. I think the game is cool, but we were talking about like, how are you going to get people to jump in a game that's more team-based? You know, a lot of people do like playing solo. They don't have the time to kind of put a certain slot to play with 4 other people. It's like the game is made to be 5 versus 5 all the time.
Mhm.
I don't know how well
Yeah.
that's going to work out.
Yeah. Also, explain that game in 10 words or less.
I can't.
Yeah.
Yeah.
It's a really complicated game. It's like a RTS shooter,
It's like
You
control,
fly
but
up.
it's not control. Just,
hoverboard. Yeah, it's a cool game, and I had fun playing it. But it's like, how do you sell it? Like, how do you get it across what it is? Where's the fun? Like, how do you sell it? Where's the fun?
I had
Yeah,
fun
whoever's
playing it.
job that.
I did too.
Yeah. It's just like I said, when you distill it into a bite-sized piece of information, what type of game it is, it's like,
All right.
well, you shoot stuff?
poster is like a Star Wars opening paragraph.
Yeah.
What the game is.
Yeah.
No, that the poster for me, it looked like some kind of like Iron Man looking guy, whatever. I think the hardest thing is maybe people's attention span. Like, how can you put all of that into like 30 seconds for someone like, oh, I want to play this game?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Yeah.
Yeah, exactly. That's a tough job, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Man, I'm looking forward to it. That's the Halo the Master Chief co-creator. I mean, he was on the art design side of things, right? But I mean, he's OG Halo.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And
But,
some Destiny.
I mean, the style's cool.
And some Destiny devs also are working on it. Ex-Destiny devs. Yeah.
Gotcha. Yeah, it's funny because stylistically, it almost has that exact vibe. I feel like when you look at the trailer stuff, it looks a little Destiny, a little Halo, but it doesn't play that way, right?
No. Very
Yeah.
different. Yeah.
Exactly.
Yeah. I mean, you shoot guns, but that's kind of where the similarities stop.
It's got mechs, right?
No, not even mechs. They're flying ships.
They're like
Yeah.
hovercrafts.
Yeah, they look like mechs, but like from the outside, it's actually flying ships, which is another point of confusion for people when you see gameplay.
Yeah.
Yeah, and also like the multitasking, meaning like you have all these people that you're also sending out, like, hey, go pick this up or attack this target. You have like 4 different things in your hand, I believe they have one that only had 2, but it's still like kind of that's a hard sell.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Hard sell.
Yeah, exactly.
It's like you're playing like a first-person shooter with a little side, a company of heroes.
Yeah.
Yeah.
That's cool, though. I mean, it sounds like it could be pretty fun. A
Yeah.
lot of strategy.
It is pretty fun.
Yep.
I'm looking forward to the campaign, actually, because I think it'd be a little more manageable to learn in like a single-player experience
Yeah,
than to try and like fight real people like while you're like learning the controls.
if they do a really good job with the campaign, that could be the best way to teach people to understand how to be a proper player in PvP. Because otherwise, you're just going to get a bunch of people who are like, what?
Yep.
Yeah.
Before we go into Destiny talk, you said you were interested in Borderlands 3, and obviously, so for those that don't know, PC Borderlands 3 is launching Thursday, 4 p.m. Pacific, worldwide on the Epic Store. And are you jumping in right away? You,
Yeah.
Yeah?
Yep. At 4 o'clock, I'm jumping in. Yeah.
What's your hype level? Like, where's on the scale?
I'm in the in between because the thing is, I never really played the first 2, so this is something new for me to jump into, and I don't know. I really don't know. I would say my hype level is, I know that the game is good. I just have to meet it halfway, kind of.
All right.
Yeah.
Fair enough. Yeah.
But you only played at the reveal, though, right? That one
Yeah.
You haven't played since then? Yeah.
I played 1 and 2 after. Like, I got to like level 21 and 2.
Mm-hmm.
But I don't know. 3 was a lot different. Yeah, I haven't played 3 since.
Yeah.
I did get the little brain gun that like you shoot, and then if you reload it, like the little brain
Little
like
brain
goes
turret?
in, like, yeah.
I like that.
Like, if you like things like that in a first-person shooter, then Borderlands has an insane amount. In fact, I just saw Broman got a predatory lending gun.
Okay, what's it
As
do?
it shoots bullets, it eats your money.
What?
I don't know.
No,
I
it
don't know what the
doesn't.
benefit perk is, but I just saw this on Twitter and I was like, predatory lending weapon. This is incredible.
Interesting.
So it literally eats your money as you shoot it with bullets. And I was like, yeah. So there's a lot of crazy things like that, and I can't wait to see all the legendaries in there.
Yeah. I think there's a hamburger one or something.
Yeah,
Like,
hamburger hamburger rocket launcher.
Yeah.
Totally, like, it's not a good rocket launcher at all, but it shoots a hamburger. Yeah. Sometimes you need things like that, right?
Yeah, I agree.
Yeah. Meme guns. Well,
Yeah, I know they said the game was going to have a lot of different sounds as well for like each different weapon. So
Yeah.
it'd be cool to see.
yeah, there's going to be a lot of guns, like a considerable amount for the variety in there, just based off of all the sound files, and because each one essentially represents different fire styles and type of roles they can have. So it's gonna. I'm personally super excited about it. That's why we're doing the podcast today, so we can be playing it when it happens. But enough Borderlands talk.
Okay.
What's happened in Destiny?
What is happening? We're ahead of any potential TWAB.
Yeah, usually we kind of like fall back on the TWAB right now.
What's happening in Destiny is we're excited about Shadowkeep. That's what's happening.
Yep.
And that's the show, everybody. You have folks had much chance to talk about the Mars event yet?
No. We talked about it a little bit last week. But yeah. Yeah, so let's
And that was something.
Yeah, let's talk about the Mars event.
Yeah. What'd you think, Ekuegan? Did you partake? Did you like that event? Did you not like that event?
Honestly, that event was pretty nice. It was a good challenge for the community, I would say. It was still kind of easy because a lot of us do play the game a lot. So in the first few days, we just went in, did like a bunch of EP, and then the next day we looked at the chart. Oh, we need to do Nightfalls, and everyone just pushed on doing Nightfalls. And you've seen how many people just wanted to help out the community, not just streamers, but like all the speedrunners. Everyone decided to just come in together to help it get done. I have friends that only did one Nightfall, and they were happy. And I was like, you're such a douche, but it's fine. We'll do the job.
You didn't feel like they were helping?
No, they didn't want to. I mean, like they were just going for the emblem, which is cool.
Yeah.
But I do like how
shaming
that
people
affected Menagerie though, because then like we get more loot out of Menagerie. So that was a huge incentive right there.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
It's like they took it away from us, but they're kind of bringing it back. Cool. I would say, if we get more events like that, that'll be cool because it kind of brings the community together as well.
Well, one of the things we talked about last week was like the lack of in-game knowledge of the event kind of makes it, like it's cool that it's happening, but it feels very passive.
You can't see it.
Yeah, like you can't go to the tower and see the numbers of how close or what kind of measurements happened for how many Nightfalls, how many Hive have been killed.
Yeah.
I would love for them to do that in the future, or even just being able to open it up in a screen real quick to see. But ideally, you go to the tower and you see a leaderboard that says how the community event's going.
Yeah, that would be awesome, like a tracker basically.
Mm-hmm.
Or even when you load in, like they might say, hey, like community events happening. If you want to look at the numbers, go to Bungie.net or something. They had nothing. It was just like each day they were. I feel like they probably just came up with that really quick, so they didn't have time to set it up maybe. But I hope the next one has something live and active so we can check that.
Yeah, that'd be really cool.
Yeah. That was my impression as well, is that they needed to get a week of stuff in there for September because they've been on a roll of being able to have something happen in Destiny every week for the most part. And that definitely it kind of seemed like a test to see how engaged the community would be. And the community knocked it out.
Yeah.
Right?
Super fast.
Yeah.
People were excited about it too. Like I noticed there were Reddit threads that kind of were, all right, we finished this Nightfall. Everybody's got to do this now. And everybody was responding positively to it. Let's do it. All right.
Yeah.
And they were like making fire teams right in the Reddit thread and everything.
Yeah.
That's cool. Like that's kind of what you want to see the Destiny community doing, right? Is working together to solve these kind of problems. And that's fun.
Yeah. I agree.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. So I'd like.
So with the Menagerie.
No, go for it.
Oh, go ahead. I was just gonna say with the Menagerie reward, like, is that now? Because I haven't hopped back in. Is that active throughout just this week or into September, or is it over?
Until Shadowkeep.
It is through October 1st.
Yeah. So every Friday we get extra loot. So this Friday, every time you go in, you'll get 3 drops. Then the next Friday, every time you go in, you're gonna get 4 drops, with a potential chance of getting the 5th if you have the challenge complete. So that's, I mean, over time, that's still a lot of rewards. I kind of wish it was a thing that we got a little bit earlier.
Mm-hmm.
But
yeah, it's funny. It addresses that, what we all complained so much about with Menagerie is like, man, like I do it if I just got more drops out of it. And so,
I
so
do it
just
if
get
they never fixed it.
Right. So you just get it with your powerful drops. Is that how this works? It doesn't all drop or does it all drop at once?
It all drops at once. So whenever you go to the chest, you open it. So even if you're done with your 3 powerfuls for the week, you could keep farming.
So it always gives you 4 drops now.
Yeah.
Of what you slot.
No, right now you can get 2 with a possible chance of 3 if your chalice is done. After Friday, you're going to be getting 3 every time with a possible chance of 4.
4. My bad. Okay.
Yeah. And then next Friday will be 4 with a possible chance of 5, which is better than 1. So
Yeah. That's great, man. If you haven't been playing the Menagerie or looking for something that's still in that drop list of stuff that you want, then that's a great way to jump in and get it. In fact, it's quicker than running back and forth. If I was guaranteed 4 drops just one time as opposed to running back and forth mindlessly, I think I'd prefer the 4 drops.
Yeah.
Yeah. Oh, definitely.
I don't know. Like I kind of thought there was something fun about running back and forth. Like it was gamifying the loot system.
What about running into your friends though? Sometimes
The chest bump.
every time. Who's jumping? Who's
The
sliding?
chest bump and then guardian down because it's on that pit area.
Yeah.
Like I just thought it was fun. Just like, you know, I thought it was fun when we had to exit the area and come back for chests in House of Wolves. Like I just thought that was super fun. And I realized it was a bug, but like in the future, I'd love to see him gamify a system like that where, you know, instead of like using a bug to do it, is just hide 3 chests around the place and you got to find them with your fire team. You know, like I like actively participating better than just like standing there and watching 3 pieces of loot drop.
Yeah, like something like EAZ, how they had it to where you killed a bunch of things, just showed up, just run around, and you're on the timer. That would be nice, actually. Have like a timer at the end, and you have to go find it.
Yeah, I like that.
Yeah.
I don't know. I feel like that'd be fun for a while, and I'd be like, I'm over this, man.
Yeah.
Like,
I can see it getting annoying.
ultimately, it does
Trying to
just
find
come
it.
down to like how much time you spent, you know, drops per minute or whatever, right? You're like, how much time did I spend? How much I get? You know, I agree with the gamification idea because we talked about that. We're like, well, what if that would allow us, you know, because if they didn't think it's valuable, I feel like Menagerie at this point, like, yeah, at least 2 or 3 drops at least, right? Like feels like it'd be a nice way to do it. But
Yeah.
anyway, this is cool. So wait, with the days leading up to, will we be getting 5 drops or no 4 with a potential 5? Because you said wait, 3 this Friday with a potential for 4. But then next Friday is the 20th, so that's 4 with a potential for 5.
5.
So we're
then
gonna have
the
5
next
with a
week will be
potential for
5.
6.
Yeah.
So the
Until
last
Shadowkeep.
weekend leading into Menagerie, you will have potential for 6 drops a run.
Yeah.
For about 4 days there. So
that's a nice farm for shards.
Giddy up.
That is.
Yeah.
Really good
Oh,
farm.
it's a
for
shard.
That's a great
The
place.
shard
Yeah.
farm.
Yeah.
Yeah. You can put in the simplest things and just dismantle it all. So
I agree.
That's a good point.
perfect.
You go in, boom, and then you don't have to burn out the clock. You just go to orbit or restart it right away.
Yeah.
So it's actually quicker.
And I think there's probably going to be more people trying to get in and get out. So
Mm-hmm.
activity numbers should be high up as well.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
That's great.
Yeah.
It does show that they could have responded with the loot situation quicker.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah.
Like it was definitely within their capabilities to just adjust the drops on Menagerie.
That's true. But we don't know quicker, you know. Like, look at all the changes they've done to the Crucible finally. Like, you could be like, oh, so you could have changed Shadow Shop, but it took you forever.
You
know
could
what
have
I
just
mean?
launched with it.
Like, at what point do you...
thinking?
well,
Like, it was possible,
no,
of
I mean,
course, but like...
tuning the sandbox is one thing, but like adding another drop to an activity.
I feel like the last 5 years has been a complete waste.
I just playing devil's advocate. I agree with your sentiment, but you're assuming that they didn't watch it launch and then have to look through all the feedback and then look through all the and then say, okay, what could we do? And then whatever they paired it with this event. But
well, I guess so. You roll it back to to July when they fixed it.
Yeah,
and it's like, well, instead of doing the fix, they could have like just added 2 or 3 drops.
Yeah.
You know,
I mean, I would agree. In concept, it's like it's a line or I mean, this is going to annoy a lot of programmers, but a few lines of code, right? You'd think they just changed the number from 1 to 2 or 3, but I don't. Like it seems that way.
Control C, Control V. Come on now.
But that
I've seen the net with Sandra Bullock, so I'm pretty much an expert on coding. It looks pretty easy to me.
Tuning a sandbox, obviously completely different. A lot of time involved.
Has an impact on the ecosystem.
Yeah, but like we already saw what would happen when you had 5 or 6 drops out of a Menagerie run.
Yeah,
like we witnessed it.
Indeed,
with
that's
running.
True. Yeah, I haven't got back to it. I'll be busy playing a lot of Borderlands, but I never got the perfect IS Luna, and actually, other than that. Yeah, like I got that good Beloved. It's not perfect, but it's good.
What'd you get?
But I got Snapshot and
Quick Draw.
Quick Draw or no distraction.
Wait, what did I got? Snapshot and
Quick Draw.
Quick Draw.
Snap Draw.
No.
Quick Shot.
No distractions. No distractions. The one that we aim in longer. I would say.
Box breathing.
Box breathing?
Whatever, I'll look it up. But it's funny. It shows how much I appreciate it. It's a good roll, but
Doesn't sound like it.
it is like it shows how long.
Sounds like
been
it's a pretty
since I logged
mediocre
in.
roll.
No, I suck at sniping is the reality, and so it's a good Crucible roll, obviously. But yeah, I'm looking it up right now. I'll let you know in a second. But anyway, I think it's awesome. Meaning, I wanted to say I will probably go back. Oh yeah, it's got moving target, of course. So for
good.
me,
That is
again,
good. That is
not
good.
being good, but
Yeah.
I got snapshot moving target, which for me is really nice.
Yeah.
It feels great, love it. But I still feel like I could go back and it'd be cool to have a quick draw one, or especially for Ice Luna, get a god roll. I got a pretty good one, but again, not perfect. Mine has. I only got Eye of the Storm and Zen Moment. I actually wanted Outlaw Rampage just for PvE. So
Yeah.
Anyway, there's reasons to go back that I feel like probably maybe that's the question too. Is do we think getting all that loot other than sharding them, because there's that side of it, but do you think it'll be worth going into? Yeah, do you think going into Shadowkeep we're gonna be like, Ice Luna, beloved, we don't know, but what's the gut at this point? Do we think there's gonna just be the new god rolls? I'm feeling like there will be, but especially in
I don't know,
PvP.
Fran. Considering I'm still using guns from year one, like I don't think there's going to be anything in Shadowkeep that's going to knock my socks off.
Right.
They're
Like your
kind
Duke
of
or
restrained by
whatever.
the archetypes, and you basically look for something that's got like good base stats, and then can roll a good roll. And like every once in a while, something comes along. Like what's the one that comes out of the hand cannon that comes out of
Reckoning?
Gambit Prime?
Spare
Yeah.
rations.
Yeah, the spare rations.
Spare rations.
Yeah.
Like
Yeah.
but once you get one, that's like, well, that's my gun for the next 6 months.
Right.
Like
Do you?
there's not
Yeah.
like
Does
there's a
anybody
large
have-
variety of guns, but like they're restricted kind of by the archetypes, so like it can only
Right.
get so good.
True.
Does anybody
Plus
have
getting the roll.
Does anybody have a god roll spare rations? That's like their go-to.
I got a pretty dope one. It's got a rangefinder and an outlaw on it.
EK, do you have a good one?
Nice. I have a lot of good ones.
Really?
Yeah.
You're a beast.
You farm a lot though. Like you go hard
yeah.
when the farming is happening.
Yeah. I got like the spare rations I won a long time ago. I was going for a Doomsday, and I'm at 1,100 completions for tier 3, and still haven't gotten like what I wanted yet.
What?
So, yeah, we'll see how
Holy
it goes.
crap.
Just to clarify, that was
100.
1,100 completions of tier 3
Yeah.
reckoning,
Yeah,
and that was
I spent
most
a
of that
week-
was pre-patch, right?
yeah. I spent a week trying to get the numbers for the drops and everything. So I did like almost 600 in 1 week just to see what the drop rate was, and they're just terrible.
Is it like
now,
200 or 300
now
hours
they're
in
better.
reckoning?
Yeah,
EK is
now they're a lot
He's
better.
a professional reckoner.
It's for real, man.
Hey, that's my favorite item, actually.
Reckoner, yeah. I
Yeah.
feel like
Pro
Reckoner
Reckoner.
might be one of the rarest aside from Unbroken, because of how much you have to go through.
Yeah.
Yeah.
We did get a piece of news this week that Bungie basically said that don't be expecting Weapons 2.0.
Mm-hmm.
Like they're
Oh,
working
yeah.
on Armor 2.0. But if you're like expecting like Weapons 2.0 to be in the next patch, like slow it down.
Yeah, like technically, like armor is playing. Like armor needed to be shaped to be closer to what we have right now with weapons, and so a whole new weapon system isn't really on the block for them right now. It's the armor that
Right.
needs to be brought up, right?
Yeah, our Weapon 2.0 moment kind of came
With
with
Forsaken, yeah,
Forsaken when we got random rolls back.
yeah.
Yeah. Running rolls in the mod slots, yeah.
Yeah, how do you guys feel about that? Like, okay, EK, so you spent a ton of time in the Reckoning, and you got lots of God roll spare rations. How do you feel if spare rations is still like your go-to weapon, essentially for the next year?
I mean, I wouldn't mind it, but I would definitely like to go for a different weapon in Shadowkeep, something that can either compete against it or be even a little bit better.
Mm-hmm.
Because I mean, we're supposed to be evolving and not like go backwards. I have friends that still use the Midnight Coup.
Right?
You can go for
I
a
use
spare
the Midnight Q.
Yeah. So
That's still great.
there has to be ways where people can earn things and feel like they earned it as well, and not just rely on RNG. Where I mean, Menagerie is kind of like you can kind of like tune it to what you want.
Mhm.
You're still not gonna get the roll that you want. So
Yeah.
I don't know.
This is what happens though when you bring weapons all the weapons forward, right? When you never leave weapons behind.
Yeah.
Like we kind of had this problem in Destiny 1, and they fixed it by just leaving Fatebringer behind. Like nobody used any other hand cannon because Fatebringer was the end all be all PvE weapon, right?
Yeah.
And eventually they decided, well, we just got to leave it behind.
Got to
And
blow
that
it up.
never happened in Destiny 1. So this, the Midnight Q just kind of stays around. And if it just is a good gun, and if you make a better gun, then like the power of the player gets to a state where, oh, well, now you need this gun if you're going to compete in these activities. It's kind of the problem we have Reckoning and Supers right now that they're trying to address.
Yeah, it's a tough problem to have for Bungie because there isn't really any perfect answer. Because right now they're going to have 5 or 6 drops of Menagerie at the end of the season. It would be really unfair to have all that loot essentially get relegated to the bin because suddenly like there's a power jump or something. But that's technically what most games like WoW have done. Was there's a power jump, you throw away your old gear and you go get new gear because it just doesn't go up to that power. But like now everything can come up right now, and I really feel like at a certain point, if they're going to continue the lifespan to be longer than 2 or 3 years of the game, then it needs to have sunsetting of those weapons and gear and all that. So you can't just bring everything all the time forward with it.
Yeah.
But I know like you got all those spare rations, and I bet you'd feel annoyed if they didn't work in Shadowkeep.
Yeah.
Right?
Yeah, I would. Yeah. I mean, one of the weird things in the game that, not that it annoys me, it's just like we work our way to build our light level up, right?
Mm-hmm.
And if I go back to EDZ, a Drek is still 3-shotting. I'm like, but this guy was like a level 5 when I was level 5. Why is it that he can do that much damage to me? Like, as we progress on, there should be like different levels in each place where I feel like, all right, cool, I can do whatever here when I need to, and then here I'm like, oh man, these guys are powerful, but I'm powerful, so I can kind of test out my things. What I want is like an end game after the end game. You want to be able to enjoy the game when you want to challenge, when you don't want to challenge.
Mm-hmm.
Like you want hard mode patrols and hard mode strikes and like
end game patrol,
like an extra level difficulty.
Yeah, like gaining experience at your level. Like I feel like if you're level 110, if you go into like a level 3 mission, you're not gonna get XP. Whereas in Destiny, you get XP from anywhere.
Yeah.
It's just it kind of makes it not. I don't know. It doesn't make it as fun anymore.
Division kind of solved this with their world tiers, right?
Yeah.
Well,
whereas like
that's true.
You power up to a certain level, and you move on past world tier 1 and into world tier 2, and everything gets harder.
Mm-hmm.
So the problem with that, which is a good solution, but the issues that happen is if your friend just picked up the game, you guys can't play. Like
true.
The great thing about Destiny is you can go into that patrol. You could still get 3-shot being somebody who's slayed gods, but this person is brand new and like feeling like they can actually contribute to the battle because the balancing the power is there. Like Borderlands games in the past made it so you just blitz through everything the higher level you get, and like they can't really hurt you. They barely do any damage. But they're now putting in a thing with Borderlands 3 where everything balances with your levels depending on where that person is. Like if they're 23 and you're 10, all the stuff looks like 10 and you get 10 level gear for that in that system. Honestly, don't know what the best solution is for that, because I agree. I go into the patrol and I'm like, I should just look at these enemies and they die because of how powerful I am. My sheer presence of my guardian should make them crumble, right?
Right?
Yeah.
I killed your god and then his father, and then
I went through dimensions and time and killed a dragon. It was like wishes and stuff. And you're still here? Come on.
Yeah.
Well, that happens with the loot too. And like I think it's a tough problem for Bungie to solve, because as a dedicated player, I really like seeing new stuff come into the sandbox. And I find it conflicting to want to just chase after a 140 or a 150 archetype hand cannon with reload and damage perks every time. You know what I mean? Like you were saying, like a additional progression to chase beyond just the drop. Like,
because I feel like usually new DLC comes out, everyone raid preps, raid is out, people beat it, and then boom. I mean, I do understand that they're adding like the 950 and 960 stretch is more on end game, but I want to know what's going to be end game. Is it going to be raids like how it was when we were trying to go from 29 to 30 Destiny 1? Or is it going to be like, oh, you just do this, you can do a Nightfall, you can do a raid, because then that's like a bunch of different sources again. We have too many powerful sources in the game. It makes power
I think it's
not
going to
really
be
worth it.
it's going to be anything you want, right? It's going to get you up there. It just depends on what, how it's reflected when somebody inspects your Guardian.
Yeah.
You're talking about powerful drops, though, right? And didn't they say it's coming with Shadowkeep, right? That they're scaling back some sources of drops, right? But also there's
they already started that with
tiers
this season.
of. Well, they're to some extent, right?
Yeah,
Like where
a
did
lot
they
of the
draw
power
back?
drops would only give you 1 increase, but the new stuff, they said they wanted the new stuff to give you big jumps. Obviously, the raid gives you big jumps, but like new stuff gives you big jumps, but the old stuff that's already been there gives you just 1 point jump.
Yeah, there's tiers of powerful drops now, right?
Yeah, except for Flashpoint.
That should make it more apparent.
Flashpoint apparently still remains as like a big jump. It possibly Nightfalls also.
Yeah. And now there's nightmares though, and then there'll be adept and legendary, scaling and all this stuff. So, although you're always going to get a positive drop as well, which is really nice too. That they said supposedly right that they've solved some of that problem where you're just like getting drops that are not a +1,
right?
And that'll be really interesting to be there hopefully day one and just hopefully be over that problem. That you're getting a +1.
Yeah, you got screwed on that pretty hard this last time, right?
Yeah. Yep. Yeah, I mean, it just happens, right? When you get the same slot over and over again, but your level doesn't match.
Fusion rifle over and over.
Exactly, something like that.
Yeah.
But I think that'll make the grind nice. But we only have 3 days to prepare for the raid, too, right? Or
October 1st to the 5th. Is it the 5th of October?
Oh no, it's Saturday. That's right. So wait, but Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, Friday.
Yeah.
4.5 days.
Okay, so question then, EK. What's on the docket for getting ready for the raid? What do you foresee?
Good question. I like this.
What's your plan? Shadowkeep launches. What have you already done, and what are you like anticipating?
I feel like they're gonna do something about the bounties for XP. So I'm not stacking bounties. I'm just gonna go in and play the storyline and everything else that gets introduced in Shadowkeep. And if I need to go like get more light level or the base level, I'm probably gonna end up in public events. One thing is Glimmer. Glimmer cap is going up, and I play the game a lot, so my Glimmer's always full. So what I started doing was buying a bunch of the Platinum Starling ship.
Nice.
Because it breaks down for 5,000 Glimmer.
It's really smart.
I'm losing shards, but the thing is I also gain shards later anyway, right?
You're about to get a crap load of shards in Menagerie, right?
Yeah, exactly. And if you look at my vault, it's just full of ships. Glimmer is one of those things where I'm like, I don't want to go to the tower if I have to infuse. Shards is another thing. So as we're leveling, most of the time you're trying to infuse things, you're trying to go back to the tower because you have to buy things. So my main priority is just to make sure that I have those ready to go. And then I can just keep going with what I need to. That's about it, really.
Yeah, that's very smart because the economy is going to change. Like, I don't know if drastically is the right choice of words, but like there's going to be a shift in that 250,000 Glimmer cap. I don't think means that we're just going to have way more Glimmer. I think that there's some things that are going to be very expensive for those infusion costs. So it's very smart to like anticipate needing tons of that so you can easily pull it out super quick.
And I would say even the gunsmith, I feel like he's probably going to be very important. So weapon parts. Like I said, if you're dismantling things, you're getting shards and weapon parts. Weapon parts is going to be another thing. We're getting new mods probably coming in. So if he's the source, just like have some of those stuff ready. But besides that, I don't know, I'm just ready to kind of dive into Shadow.
Just enjoy it.
I would say.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Nice. Briar's going to be not grinding until the last second.
I mean, I'm already like max level now, so I'm not in the same position I was.
You're auto max level.
Yeah, everybody auto max
level.
That's
true.
Everyone's gonna be max level.
All your gear goes to 750.
I'm not in the same position I was going into the last raid where I was like 40 light levels lower than I needed to be.
Ooh.
Like day one, and I had 2 weeks to get there.
Yeah.
So I just played Destiny like straight for 2 weeks.
Yeah, we're gonna be playing so much of it. Like, let's play some Sea of Thieves. Relax.
Yeah.
And then
Greedfall. I've been playing Greedfall a ton for the last 2 days.
Nice. That's great. Yeah.
Borderlands coming out tomorrow.
Yep. Definitely good stuff coming. That the armor 2.0 stuff and the weapon 2.0 stuff that came from an article from Luke Smith, right? That was like a couple days ago.
Yeah, that was a couple days
Yeah,
ago.
yeah.
I was like, it's funny, I didn't listen to it yet. It wasn't from his interview that he did with the Kind of Funny Folks. Did it? He did yeah. If you haven't
I think
watched,
it was with
Funny,
the Kind of
did
Funny Folks.
Yeah, My Cool Friends, and then I feel like it might have come up on that show, which really isn't about that. But of course, Andrea Renee's on there with Greg Miller, and they play. It might have come up on there, but yeah, he did confirm it. So it did come out of his mouth one way or another.
Mm-hmm. Yeah,
which was nice to get that out of the way. Be like, look, I know you guys are thinking about Weapons 2.0 now, but like, it's not happening right now.
Happening.
Like, or may never happen.
We're
right
not.
He didn't
Fuck
even
it.
say that it was coming. Right? It was just like, don't even think about it. It was effectively what he was getting at, right?
yeah.
Which was good. Yeah, I mean, now we don't have that to talk about anymore. Thanks.
No Weapon 2.0.
No more speculating. We're out of things to speculate.
No additional mods to throw in there. How do you think Armor 2.0 is going to affect the game? Do you think it's going to be big, medium, insignificant?
I don't know. We'll see, because at
And with
PAX,
the artifact.
I would say the armor at PAX was random, right? They would just
Yeah.
randomly give you something. So
Yeah.
you didn't know for sure what you can actually like overdo. Because I was trying to like mess with the intellect and discipline and stuff like that. Because right now, going to Crucible, everyone has super mods on. It's like
Yep.
you get it, you pop your super, and some dude like pops his, and I was like, wait a minute, this guy that wasn't even on the kill feed, and you look, he's just like super, 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 super. I'm like, dude, like there has to be more than just that, like. So I hope somehow some of that has changed and it's kind of balanced.
Mhm.
Whereas like you can't max out certain things, or you lose a bunch of things if you only go for one thing.
Yeah.
So
Some sort of balance.
Yeah.
A trade-off, right?
yeah,
Yeah.
definitely a trade off.
Like One Eye Mask. You use One Eye Mask, you lose your soul, right? It's a trade-off. You play as a warlock.
Was that in the patch notes? I didn't see it.
You play as warlock, you sold your soul to the devil. Yeah, it's just how it is. So yeah.
There's only one choice, apparently.
I see where he's going.
Whoa, I'm just keeping it real here on the podcast, guys. That's all.
Yeah. I don't know if we can talk about that at all. I saw Ekuegan's video. You were talking about some of the new changes with builds, and like I thought you had some really smart tips on if you're a hunter on like. That was crazy. It actually blew my mind. Like you got like what 8 or 9 shots out of mountaintop, just without using well radiance with no reload.
Yeah, no barricade.
Explain that real quick.
Yeah.
Like walk it
Yeah,
through.
it's pretty cool.
So the hunter can reload by himself. He doesn't need like a warlock or time to be there. It's just people haven't used it. It's been in the game for a long time. But the thing is, like, if you go in an activity and most of the time there is a warlock or lunas. Actually, no. Menagerie is one of those things. Once like the loot stopped dropping, people were terrible.
The warlocks
You see a
disappeared.
Titan, warlocks disappeared. Titans put up the big long shield as you're trying to do DPS.
My bad.
Yeah.
I was in PvP shield.
Yeah.
So this was like one of the ways just to get around it. You throw smoke at someone and boom, you get to reload and shoot. Wallcliff, all 5 shots or whatever you need. It's just weird because my friend Snurv and I, we went back and I love the tribute hall, man. That thing, you get to test out anything in
That
there.
is really cool, yeah.
Yeah, and we were able to like figure out different subclasses you can use it on, and boom, that became like the next thing. Now everyone's like, all right, cool, Shadowkeep's coming around. I'm on my hunter. I don't need to worry about like having either two. So
Well, all these people trying to jump on the hunter train? Unbelievable,
You
man.
tried to tell him, Teft. You tried to tell him.
Day one
Yeah.
hunter on Xbox, man.
Yeah. So, Ekuegan, do you have to wear a Hamkara for that?
Yeah.
Is it? Yeah.
yeah, so you need Amkara, and then if you want it to last longer, you would use Middle Tree Void because that smoke lingers. So if you throw it on an enemy that's not gonna die, you basically get to shoot as much as you want,
Right.
so that
Smoke
goes away.
So, yeah, is it each damage over time is giving you a reload,
Mhm.
basically?
It's giving the reload.
Right.
Yeah.
Wow.
And this isn't addressed in the patch notes, right?
No. And then you can use
Interesting.
Gambler's Dodge.
Because it's already been there, I guess.
Gambler's Dodge,
yeah. Yeah, you can use Gambler's Dodge to get it back again, and you throw it again, and you go.
Yeah, so you get your smoke back. And then you were talking about that, too, for a while, that if you can just, refill that smoke as fast as possible, you have it quite a bit, which is pretty cool. Then you just need enough mountaintop ammo. You'll be good.
Boom.
Wow.
Yeah.
Interesting.
Yeah, that'll be interesting to see with some of the changes too, with the Night Stalker and all that, right? With you know, the way they're changing it with Shadowkeep, right? I remember just like Smoke was gonna what was it? I was trying to pull it up right now. There were so many changes last week. I was like, oh my goodness.
I believe
Yeah.
like invisibility for bottom tree void is supposed to last longer.
Yeah,
There's a bunch of different
There's
things.
a
that
lot. I thought one that refilled. Anyway, it's going to be really interesting with that hope on top of, you know, the changes that they're bringing. So
Yeah.
interesting time to be a hunter. I mean,
It's always an interesting time. Never
in
wasn't.
PvE. I don't know if that's true, man. I almost feel
Good
like launch.
times.
Nobody's
and the bad
buying
times.
this
D2.
charade that you're
The
putting
good
down,
times and the bad
Tefty.
times, man. Through thick and thin.
Dude, believe it or not, I was a Titan for PC launch of Destiny 2. So that was a good time, actually. Titans were,
Yeah.
I mean, they're still in good shape, but.
the skating.
Oh yes.
Yep.
Yep. Good old skating.
Or no, wait, I was for PS4 launch, I was Titan. And then I switched to Hunter for PC, and I just never looked back.
What do you mean, EK? What's like your go-to, regardless, like DPS and, you know, trying to be a team player is out of the question. What do you pick if like you just jump in?
Man, that's a hard thing. I'll probably go with a Titan
All right,
because middle tree void is insane
it's really good.
in my opinion. Yeah,
Yeah, it's a good.
being
One.
able to stay alive, protect your teammates. You have weapons of light. Anything you kill gives you and your teammates life back.
Mm-hmm.
You get your ability back. And if I run harder and most light, I basically get everything back over and over and over. So it's, I don't know. People don't use it, but it's a crazy build, to be honest with you.
Nice. It's good. Anything else that? Let's see. We talked about Luke Smith Armor 2.0. We talked event for Mars. Anything else going on that happened? I honestly don't think the TWAB this week is going to be that like interesting. It might be. Who knows? They could have some big stuff.
I think it is going to be, actually. I
Yeah?
think they kind of promised that there'd be some cool stuff in there.
Yeah, I was
Yeah, you're
trying
right.
to remember that one.
My bad.
They promised each
did.
week, like maybe it's PvP info coming.
You're right.
We'd have to look at that, but there will be something, unfortunately, that we'll miss tomorrow. But you know, we'll have it for double dose next week.
That's true. Yeah.
That's right. Drop that double DCP.
Yeah.
I think they said they were
DCP.
Double DCP.
DCP.
Spicy.
Yeah.
Yeah, I think they said they were going to PAX Australia or something like that. There was like an announcement on Twitter.
Yeah. They were heading to Australia for sure.
Nice.
Oh, really?
Yeah.
Cool.
That's cool. Yeah.
Yeah, it's just it's the slower time right now. You know, we had the Mars event, and that's the most that should be happening. Other than there's like is it double infamy right now?
Yeah, it's double.
Banner we get once more, I think, right?
Yeah.
Yeah,
This week.
one more banner.
All right. Yeah.
Is Double Glory
Yeah.
coming next week? Isn't there a Double Glory coming?
Yeah, I think Double Glory is coming with Iron Banner as
Yeah.
well. I need a farm banner for some.
I wish they'd linked to that roadmap in every TWAB, which, as far as I recall, they don't do.
Yeah.
You always are like, gee, I think it was August, 13th. Yeah. And
Yeah.
you're like trying to find it. So
Be cool if there's a
please, if
calendar
anyone's at
in the
Bungie,
game.
can you send this email out to Cosmo and Dylan and but no, like just having that accessible for I think the whole community, because we go through it a lot where you're like, wait, what was the latest roadmap?
It'd be cool if it was in game, like a
God.
calendar in game.
That'd be
that you
awesome.
just kind of like when the game first boots up, like kind of say, hey, here's the upcoming events.
It's a good point. They've been doing a good job with those notifications, actually.
Yeah,
over
they have
time.
been.
So just having access to that roadmap would be nice too.
You guys want to do some Twitter questions?
Let's do it.
Are we there yet? All right.
Yeah.
Yeah.
yeah,
So
he,
is there
he
anything
meant
else
double
trending?
valor,
Other than...
just to clarify.
Oh, it's double.
Yeah.
I didn't say glory, did I? I said infamy, by the way.
I say glory. I definitely
Yeah.
say glory. Yeah.
Tagging
Fire
me in
said
chat.
glory.
I said it,
Yeah, Double
it is.
Glory.
Wait, so it's infamy this week or is it valor?
infamy this week, right?
It's
It is
definitely
infamy.
this week.
That's all I said. Okay.
No, you're right,
But
Fran.
later.
Yeah. Brian was
I
thinking
wish
glory,
double glory, right?
getting
If
unbroken
only.
really quick.
Yeah. just go ahead and get that.
Scoop that real quick.
Dylan says, what's going to happen if we don't finish Borderlands 3 by the time Shadowkeep comes out? Will September be extended a couple more days? Are people allowed to play 2 games at once? Help.
Do not try. You will lose your mind. I'm going to have to try.
We're going to
It's
need a
scary
couple more days.
situation.
We already need a few more days with all the stuff that's going on in September.
Yeah.
Too many good games.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm really into Greedfall, and I don't want to stop playing it tomorrow,
Yep.
but I'm going to, and I'm kind of bummed about it.
Yeah, Watts is going to be waiting on Code Vein days before. It's funny. She's got the weekend before to play Code Vein. I know she's stoked for it. I actually would probably play a little bit of it, but I'm worried about between Borderlands and just deleting stuff in my vault.
Yeah.
I don't have the time.
I just hit endgame in Monster Hunter World Iceborne, and it's extremely impressive what they did with the endgame on that.
Is it?
Yeah. Like it really opens up, and I wish I had like another week to just dive into that.
You gonna finish that up tonight?
No.
Endgame?
No, I'm where I'm at. That's it. I'm where I'm at.
That's it.
Yeah, I'm gonna have to come back to that some other time in the future. Yeah.
Bathing Ape says, "What's your go-to or best mouse?
Oh.
Everybody got a favorite mouse?
What do you use, EK?
G502 Hero.
Same Z's.
I
Yeah.
like the Logitech mice. They're really good.
Yeah.
I was using the wireless ones too, which are just freaking outstanding. The 902 or 3 or whatever is the one I use on the road. I had the 40, I think 3, and even that. All their line of mice nice. But
I think we're all in agreement. Oh, you got the final mouse?
You have the
I use the Final Mouse Ninja, which is like I really didn't want to go back to cable. And I have to say, I have the Air 58. It's not the latest one, but it's really, I don't even notice the cable. It is surprising. It's really nice. So I've been using that. But honestly, the Logitech stuff is really good.
Yeah, I actually just switched to the Logitech. I think they just call it the Pro.
Mm-hmm.
It might be. It looks like the 403 or whatever, which is just, it feels great, right?
Yeah, it feels
Oh,
great.
it's wireless.
It's wireless.
Yeah.
And it's got a wireless charging puck on the bottom.
Oh, yeah.
So there's a mouse pad. I don't actually
have
use
to
the mouse
plug it
pad
in.
to use the mouse on,
You
but I
just
just
charge it.
I just slide it up there.
That's
And
genius.
it charges on the mouse pad, and then I grab it when I want to use it.
That's cool.
So I don't have to plug it in with one of those stupid little fucking cables that you always get
Yeah.
upside down the first 3 times you try and plug it in. But it's also really light, and I didn't realize how much I'd like that.
Yeah.
This thing weighs like next to nothing. I can't believe it's wireless for how much it weighs. I was using one of those like multi-button mice.
Yeah. Like
Like
Corsair.
an
style,
MMO
or-
mouse. Yeah.
Yeah. Like
Calculator
I
mouse.
can't believe how much
Holy-
more accurate my aim at is just by switching to a lighter mouse. I
Really?
was really surprised.
Nice.
Yeah.
Oh, this doesn't improve my aim at all, but it feels great. It feels real nice.
I was gonna say, how? Yeah. Do you really like? Is it worth going for a super light mouse, Fran, from the Switch?
You mean me?
Yeah.
You know what's interesting? If there was like, for a while, there was like, folks weighing in on how much it should weigh, and you want a little weight.
this is the
first person shooters. You
This
want
is a
right?
big discussion in the community.
Yeah,
Like,
people want to put weight in there for, I believe, if you do play, like strategy games, that you want more weight or something. That was for a while, but now everybody's like, go really light. And I have to say, I was worried about going too light, but honestly, yeah, it's been really nice to have a light mouse.
Yeah.
So I guess what is it? Is it Air 58? Is that the milligrams? Is that it? I forget.
Yeah, I think they're around 60 milligrams.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Grams.
Is it-
Yeah.
So
Grams?
I use,
don't
yeah, I
know
think
my
it's
I
weight.
use a 502 for Logitech, and it's about 120 grams, like 110 to 120
Yeah,
grams.
yeah.
yeah.
That's without the weights in there. And
That's right,
people
grams.
who are in this spectrum of like hardcore elite FPS are like, I'm gonna, break my arm off because it's so heavy from it being a brick.
Right. And that's what we get for
Why are you using a dumbbell?
for a long
I'm
time.
just so more muscular on this arm because it's a G502.
Right.
It's unbelievable.
It's
Stefty's
one
rolling a
arm switch.
medicine ball around on his desk.
That's it. But for the longest time, like a lot of people say, around 90 to 100 grams was the recommended first-person shooter weight. That you didn't want to go too light or too heavy.
Yeah.
120 was heavier. But frankly, I think it's whatever you prefer. But I will say, going light has been really nice. I just don't even think about it too much, and I don't see the wire, and
I agree with that.
it's been
sentiment.
great. But ultimately, more than that, the most important thing is how it conforms to your hand. I mean, that's the number one. Where you're, especially if you use the side mouse buttons. That for me is the biggest stuff. Because if you find yourself reaching in a weird way to hit one of those, like I melee with my mouse, my secondary mouse button on the thumb, which is a little higher up, and you know, I got to make sure it's close. And if it's not close enough, then you should get a smaller mouse or whatever it is. So,
Yep.
Yeah.
but yeah.
I love everything about the 502 that Tefty and EK use, except that it's too skinny for my hands. So I'm doing that all the time. So it's just it just doesn't work. I need a wider mouse. Actually, Rocket Jump Ninja is a YouTube channel you should check out if you're interested in this. He does mouse reviews, but he also kind of gives you some hints about how to find a mouse that'll fit your hand by actually measuring your hand. And he's got a lot of good reviews on that channel.
Oh, his channel's amazing.
That's cool.
Yeah.
Yeah. Next question.
What else?
Noodle James says, if Bungie designed a Pinnacle sidearm, what ideas would you have for it? Pinnacle sidearm.
Pinnacle sidearm. Isn't like the Veteran Dynasty a god roll?
Yeah, it's pretty good.
Much, right?
It dropped. Yeah.
They should shoot Glimmer and subtract Glimmer from your account.
No, it should
It's the predatory
extract Glimmer
payout.
from people you shoot with it in the Crucible.
Ooh.
Vampiric.
No, if you get a body shot, you pay for it. If you get a headshot, they pay for it.
They pay for it. I like that. That's hilarious. Yeah, that's it.
That's not very that's just a good sidearm. Well, actually, I guess for Pinnacle, that's not exotic. So yeah, I didn't realize the Vestian was still good. I haven't used it in forever. So
Yeah.
makes sense.
I mean, the thing is,
Fast, stable, accurate.
usually what happens is when one archetype is just straight up better for a situation, that becomes the archetype. And if that gets nerfed or taken away, then suddenly it's like, oh yeah, this archetype existed and it is also really reliable and good, and people can use it.
I've always liked sidearms though. They're just fun to shoot.
Yeah, they feel good.
They have like that Call of Duty cadence to firing them.
Yeah,
that I've always enjoyed. Like pop, 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 pop.
Yep.
I think, I was just thinking about, I was like, would it make sense if it was like, like a shotgun, you can just one shot up close. I was like, without having to click more than once, maybe that's what the version is for sidearm. Like,
like
that close.
burst fire
it's just
sidearm?
one, and it just once though, just shreds them up close.
Sidearm.
Ooh.
Which I mean, you probably would have to be super
chaperone in the
close.
sidearm.
Yeah. But definitely a full auto.
Actually, no, I got it. This is what they need. First ever dual sidearm. So Lily pulls up put two that you don't.
Oh, I like that.
Oh,
that
yeah.
would be nice.
I like it.
That would be cool.
I'm sold.
Yeah.
That would be
Dual
interesting to
sidearm.
see a duel. Oh my god. I mean,
Maybe
it doesn't
you
make
bring
any
back,
sense.
like-
It's got to have a sick reload animation where like you throw the clips up and then catch them in the air. Yeah.
Yeah. Or RoboCop style,
Yeah,
like
that'd be awesome.
It's on your leg and you just like jam it in there.
That'd be cool too. Yeah.
I like it.
Yep.
Reload it on your enemy's head. That's what you do. Now we're talking. That's Apex
Soccer
style.
Burn 55 says, for all the Dirty Hunter and Titan mains on the show, would you rather have dedicated servers for D3 but have to only play Warlock forever, or have P2 peer-to-peer servers for Destiny 3 but you can delete all Warlocks from Destiny forever?
Oh, this hurts.
This is a Teft question.
This
only.
hits home.
Yeah, pretty much.
It's home.
Well, we're on peer to peer, so I don't know.
Yeah, you're right. We're already on peer-to-peer.
Yeah.
Yeah, but then he's saying you can, if you make the choice, now you can delete Warlocks forever from the
Look,
game.
if we delete Warlocks,
in
who the
this
fuck are we going to
instance.
make fun of every week?
Oh, man.
You're right.
If your new listeners don't know this joke, we have no new
Baptism by
Warlock
fire.
listeners at this stage of where the show's at. Like, there's no Warlock listeners that are new. You had to start pretty early.
You know, listen. I would take one for the team, for the good of the community,
Yeah.
to be able to have
And being
dedicated
a Warlock.
servers.
Oh,
I
my
would.
goodness.
Jeez, I feel like this is a real stretch for you,
This
man. Like
is-
you're really putting
yeah.
yourself out there.
This is a
wow,
tough
what,
one, all
what a
right?
mix up this
You're
would
going to
be.
stand in those piss wells, dude?
You know, it's like, here I am, waste management, taking care of business. You know,
All for
if we get dedicated servers,
private
I would
servers.
sacrifice
Dedicated.
my beloved hunter for dedicated
Yeah.
servers.
all right.
Noodle
Yeah.
James says, would you share a drink? Who would you want to share a drink with in the tower? Like, so you're hanging out in the tower,
Like the
you like going to the
characters.
bar. Yeah,
Not
so
like you
want
guys.
to grab. Yeah, no.
Okay.
I feel like Lakshmi would have some great stories.
I would
Yeah?
say Amanda Hollis. Should.
She'd be a great drinking buddy.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, you're probably right.
Well, that sounds fun.
And Cade's
yeah.
off
What was
the
her
table.
line again?
You know, he's dead.
Yeah, he's dead.
Oh,
That'd be weird.
So
Amanda, you mean?
Yeah, Amanda had a line. She was like, "Don't
Every
leave
time.
the door open if you don't want me coming in or something." I forgot
Oh,
what it
really?
was.
I remember that.
It was a mission too. You got the thing. Yeah, she seems like someone to drink with.
Zavala's out.
Thinking.
He probably doesn't drink anyway.
No, we're not messing with
no,
the
Zavala.
What?
Corey
You just
probably
assume?
gets really violent when she gets drunk. Like she's one of those, you know,
I feel like Shax would just yell all the time.
super angry. Shark.
Yeah, he'd be too
Yo,
loud.
he's the answer.
I was
He's super
thinking about
fun
him
when he
because he'd
gets
be a
drunk.
lot of fun.
Yeah,
It could
Shaq's
get
funny.
violent, man. I'd be watching
This
out.
is amazing.
Yeah.
I feel like you're gonna
Yeah.
walk away with a serious headache by the end of that session.
Well, that's happening either way.
Kind of feel like it'd just be cool to drink with Ada. That's what I'm feeling.
Yeah.
Yeah. Mm-hmm. Just like
Maybe,
the cool
I feel like
vibe.
you'd rather get stoned with Ada.
Done with
Why,
Ada.
why that with
Actually,
Ada?
the Drifter would be a great
Why not?
drinking buddy too, because he's like super shady and shifty, and like you don't know if he's trying to
Yeah.
like screw you over.
Yeah, just don't pass out because you're
That
definitely
sounds
losing your wallet.
He's not. Yeah, he's not gonna pay the bill. No way.
No, but
No,
like,
he's
he's
definitely
not
not paying
paying
the bill.
He'll get stuck
See,
with the bill.
are you
He's
looking-
lying to you all the time.
are you looking to
might
get
get
drunk?
some-
terrible.
Are you looking to get drunk and like share a personal story with these guys, or are you looking to hear
I'm looking to have a good night. Have a
Whatever
fun
you
night.
want
like
for
Okay,
you. That's
Shax
the
would
thing.
be the fun guy then probably.
Yeah.
because
No one's going for the Cryptarch.
oh god no.
'cause-
No.
Yeah.
No.
No.
If I go drinking with the Cryptarch, I don't think he's making it through the night.
Yeah.
Yeah, he's probably going to be in the coffin somewhere.
Eggplant Volcano says, with the nerfs to Piss Pool and Barricade, will
Piss
new late
Pool.
players need to learn how to shoot Riven's eyes? I doubt it. I bet somebody will figure it out.
Yeah.
What you can
Not
already
if you're a
nuke her.
hunter.
Yeah? You don't need the
With
Piss
the
Pool?
cluster bombs, you mean?
Yeah, like you can already nuke her really fast, right?
Yeah.
Cluster.
You don't need the Piss Pool, though?
I'm
to
sure-
reload
I mean,
fast?
There'll be a
1-2 punch. You can just go to her claws and 1-2 punch her claws. So
Mhm.
you don't really need it. You can still kill her
But-
really fast.
Yeah. I don't think. Yeah, I'm sure you will still be able to melt Riven, but you should also just learn to do it normal. By the way, don't not. Yeah, like I'm really against not doing it normal. And if you're taking someone through, like for the love of God, just do
For
it
the
with them.
first
And,
time, they should do it.
yeah, like, and if it doesn't work out, and you have an agreement, and say, look, we've tried 5 times, or 6, or 10, or whatever you're.
Yeah,
you're
if you
stuck
can't get
on.
it in the first 2 times maximum, I think you should probably
Wow.
just
That's
use it.
2. You heard it here first, but then
First 2 times.
then
Rip
move on.
LFG.
But don't. Yeah, I'm very much against people who are like, "Yeah, I'll take you through it." Okay, let's go. Okay, guys, we're doing this. We're doing. You just stand over there. You're doing this. I'm like, that sucks for a new player. I don't feel it's very welcoming. And then it comes back to haunt you later anyway, because you're not
'Cause you don't know how to
educating
do it.
them on how to, be ready for the next time. So more people in the community that know what they're doing, and people that can teach other people. And I think that's important. I don't know why I got so serious on that question, but yeah.
Serious friend.
Aaron.
Serious times.
Aaron L says, I only have money for one. Should I buy Borderlands 3 or Shadowkeep? This is a Destiny podcast, man.
Yeah.
Only have money for one. I mean,
Get a job, fucking loser.
Yeah, save another like $60. Wow, that was rough. I mean, probably
Sorry,
paying,
Aaron. I
paying
didn't
their
mean
way
to
out of
spite you.
college.
Jesus.
Who knows?
Uh,
That's like a question that's just trying to create controversy. Like, just save
Right.
another $60, forehead.
If you want to get onto the most,
Sell something.
So if you want to be relevant with the Destiny stuff, you have to buy Destiny. You could always pick up Borderlands 3 later when it's on sale, or if it's on
Yeah.
Steam or something like that.
True.
when it goes to Steam, yeah.
Yeah.
Oh, that's like,
Or you can get a
that's
job.
ways out. Sell some stuff. You could, if
What
you
was that tweet?
definitely buy both, is what we're saying, though, right?
There was a tweet out there. It was like, eat ramen for $1 a day. Sell your mattress.
Oh, man.
You buy a $10 airbed.
What? No, don't do that. That's awful.
How much do you get for a used mattress?
That was my immediate
Oh,
thought. This
ew.
tweet, it was like, here's how to be a
I don't wanna
content
use
creator
mattress.
that's struggling and like, survive and all that. And I was like, sell your bed? Who's gonna buy a used ass bed from a content creator who's broke?
Yeah,
No,
that's not a good.
I will never
good setup.
buy a used bed. I actually just bought a new bed. I love it.
Sell your used bed for $50 and spend $10 on an air mattress. No.
I got a over the air update for my bed the other day. I was like, this is the world I live in. I got a firmware update for my bed.
BIOS update for your bed, dude.
Did your bed
is it overclocked?
Download an update from the Wi-Fi?
Yeah. Yep.
That's
what happened.
This is the future.
Yeah, it is the future.
Yeah, that's wild, man.
What is it doing with the information? I don't understand. It's just a bed.
It actually was more for the remote than for the bed. I think it did something with the bed, but the remote now the battery lasts longer and it's supposed to be more responsive to Wi-Fi.
Is it
for
selling your data?
Sleep needs.
Is it selling your sleep data?
It's telling people literally when I'm asleep so they can come rob me. Now you sleeping?
Yeah, that's what it is. Exactly what it is.
Chops Calisthenics says, if there were a pull-up competition in Destiny, what class would be the winner and why? A pull-up competition. Which class would win a pull-up competition?
Hunters, man, they got the lightest gear,
and they got that triple jump. That's like 3 free pull-ups.
That's cheating, but all right.
I feel like Titans.
You don't think the Warlocks are going to be like flipping?
Warlocks are out. No way. They're flimsy. They fall apart.
No upper body strength on the Warlocks.
Yeah.
Well,
they're super.
I think Hunters win by default. That Titans can't do any because their shoulder pads get in the way. They're like,
Really? I feel like Titans have a good chance because they're like yoked. You know?
Yeah,
they are, but their shoulder pads are like hitting the bar. They can't.
Can't they?
They actually can't move their hands up this high.
They can't. They can't reach the bar. You know?
It says the ball can only pull us with one arm because the other arm just has that big thing on the tower.
The tower on his shoulder.
Dave Mullins says, so if all our guns are moving forward into Shadowkeep, is anyone else having issues with vault space?
Always.
Oh yeah.
Like I've deleted a lot of year 1 stuff, and like you can get it back if you need it.
Yeah, but wait, we get more
collections.
We get more vault space.
Yeah,
it's not a lot, but
yeah, it's a little. Also, I went through. Speaking of vault space, I went through and dim, and I like looked everything up by. Can't remember if I had to put silver in or Eververse for source.
Yeah.
And basically deleted everything that had Eververse as a source and got a ton of silver for it.
Glimmer.
Oh, yeah. And that actually cleared up.
Bright Dust? Yeah, you got a bunch of
Bright Dust. Thank you. Yeah. I got a ton of Bright Dust for it. And that cleared up a bunch of my inventory slots, too.
Yeah. I was going to say, actually, there's a lot of people have armor and stuff, too, they're holding on to. But I think once you figure that piece out, especially, you'll probably be able to clear up a lot. And like, the last TWAB, they had obviously the list of 2.0 stuff you want to get. Granted, you're just going to fill it back up with that. But you like I have sometimes 5 versions of like the same, cloak or whatever. I'm like, oh god.
Yeah.
Not cloak, like chest piece. But
when they announced the Eververse stuff, I went through and deleted basically everything in that. And it did help, but inevitably my vault returned. It always floats between 480 and 500.
Yeah, mine does too. It's crazy. It's just the upkeep, man, of especially
the
when
actual
you're streaming.
act of doing it. Yeah.
Yeah. Like I cannot delete stuff on stream. I'm just like, this is
I do it offline.
Content. But then I'm always at like 498, and then the postmaster fills up, and then I'm like, oh no, I have to. I'm like, I'm so sorry, everybody. Let me just get it. And then every chat's like triggered as soon as they see.
Yeah.
It's bad. Oh, it's real bad.
Chat would prefer me to spend time deleting stuff in my vault, and I'm like, nah.
They like it.
They're like, please clean that out.
Used to do streams that were called Charter or Keep It, where I let chat decide if I was going to Charter or Keep It. That didn't go well for me, though. I'll be honest with you. Chat didn't have my best interest in heart, surprisingly enough.
Screwed you, man.
See, I have to make
Ekuegan's
space.
vault at? Yeah.
I was just going to say, I have to make space for my edge transits also. That's very important. Yeah. How's your vault space?
That's right.
EK.
I'm at like 490, but I would say 300 of those things are ships. So.
You already said that. So you're
you're
in good
Glimmer.
shape. Yeah, you're really like 300. Or 2 200 almost, and you're just holding on to stuff.
I got rid of all the Eververse ships.
Yeah.
The sparrows and everything else.
Wait,
Might as
are
well
you
get
saying
the
they're all the platinum Starlight, whatever it is?
Platinum Starling? Yeah.
Are they all that ship?
Yeah. Yeah.
Jeez. Do we know for sure that that's going to give you the 5,000 after? We don't, right?
We don't, but it'll
We
give.
assume.
But it's gonna break down to something regardless
Yeah.
because it costs you get it.
Yeah, either way. you're
Usually
gonna
the
get
lowest form
something.
is Glimmer. So
Yeah.
most likely
Yeah.
it would be weird if they it's giving you nothing.
Yeah, but usually not 5,000. I mean, so.
Well,
But yeah,
you
hopefully
think they're going to retune that? Even then, you'd still
I
have
don't
quite a
know.
bit.
Why bother?
stocked.
I mean,
Yeah.
for someone who spent all this time and material, yeah, I don't care.
Yeah.
We also have Spider, but it's just like
Yeah, it's
going
only,
to Tango Show and seeing Spider all the time is kind of a pain.
Yeah.
yeah.
I agree.
Maximilian Tutty says, "What do you think about developer auteurism? Fans being involved in development is great, but does it cross a line? I think Year One Destiny 2 suffered because of Destiny 1 feedback, but Forsaken was helped by the fans. Just curious if you had thoughts."
I don't think it was fan feedback at all. I think
No, it had nothing to
That
do with
was
fan feedback.
Bungie trying to tackle as well with Activision, especially like trying to make a game for everybody.
Yeah, mass market game.
Go bigger, double your audience because that's what you agreed to. I mean, we pretty much hear that now too. So I don't think it was fan feedback, and
Yeah.
they don't listen to us half the time anyway. So
Yeah.
which is fine.
Yeah.
But
Okay. William
It's a good
PD
question,
says it is.
wasn't a bad.
Tefty is playing a warlock. Watts is playing a warlock. Breyer is playing a warlock. Pope is playing a warlock. Oh no, Pope is playing a Titan. Fran is playing a warlock. EK is playing a warlock. You load up the jumping puzzle from King's Fall. Who dies first?
Oh,
I'm
who dies
right here.
first?
Me on a warlock. It's
I'm
just
gonna
not good.
Yeah, I'm saying it won't be me because I was a warlock, and so,
Do I get traverses steps? Because that's it. That's all you need, really.
Transversals, right?
as long
I don't know.
Yeah.
Watts doesn't play warlock too often. Maybe, but she's just so much better at video games than I am that I got to think it's probably me.
Whoa.
Tefty's a warlock main, so it's not going to be him.
if
He'll
I have to
blink
use
through
it,
it.
I'd prefer to blink through it. That'd be great.
That's because you're a warlock main.
No. Hunter,
I was gonna
blink.
say if I had to use keyboard and mouse though to do it, oof. Because on controller I'm fine for warlock jumping. But
Yeah,
You can't do
it's
warlock.
harder on
something
keyboard.
with the space bar, just I don't know what it is. It never works. Like I do a weird like double tap on accident. I don't even know, but it just
I do
never
that
works
sometimes
out right.
too. On warlock
Just feels
specifically,
wrong.
like I don't have a problem on Hunter or
Yeah.
Titan with the space bar
No,
whip.
not at
Well,
all.
it's-
Warlock, it's so
It's
timing
the
based.
Yeah.
Yeah.
You try to get that little boost real fast, in a row, and
Warlock drives me crazy too, because sometimes you know how like Destiny, you could like be on a pebble and you're falling off of that pebble, but you're still basically on flat ground. But the game has you in air, so you just use your second jump, not your first jump, and now you're just like floating down to like your slow demise, even though you hit the buttons when you were supposed to.
It's demoralizing.
I hate warlocks. Dreadnought says, "You're granted an ability to teleport one crazy single object to the past to do one silly thing. What silly item would you teleport to and when?"
what? Any
you get-
silly item to any time in your past?
It
think
doesn't say your
any-
past. I think it could be any time in the past.
So any object in the
Go back
past.
to like Abe Lincoln and prank him. You mean? Okay.
No, I think
Yeah.
it's bring it forward to now, right?
No. You're able to send
Yeah.
one crazy single object to the past.
Oh,
To the past.
something right
To the
now
past.
to the past.
Yeah.
Okay,
Something
sorry.
you have, you can send to the past to a time and place in the past.
So yeah, you can put like a whoopee cushion under Hitler. If that's what your that's your ultimate revenge.
Fascinating.
Using an extreme example, obviously.
That's extreme.
Deserves much worse.
Extreme.
It was very extreme. Yeah, probably he deserved much worse. So thankfully he's dead. What a silly item. I mean, this is
All right.
weird.
First thing I'm gonna do is I'm gonna go on the internet and find a archaeological dig that is happening now. I'm gonna figure out where that is, like how deep it is, so I know exactly where to put this thing. And then I'm going to engrave something into like plastic, something that'll last a long time, you know? And it's gonna say on it, do you have Twitch Prime? Subscribe to Brian Rabbit. And then in next week's news, boom, it shows up in an archaeological dig. Everybody's wondering where it came from.
And they're like, whoa, I have Twitch Prime.
That's pretty good.
Crazy.
Huh?
I like it.
Yeah.
That might be the best answer.
I can't think of
I
anything
don't
interesting
think
to
about
send
that.
back to the past. Because like,
Yeah, and it also had to be silly, apparently.
well, also like if you send it too far back, there's no electricity. You know, so
Yeah.
it's got to be battery powered. If it's going to be
Send
electronics,
the battery back.
you know, if it's a cell phone, it's not going to work for there's no cell service.
Right.
And I send a person back. That'd be
Yes.
hilarious.
Yes.
So my friend hates midgets.
It's got to be a silly person now.
Yeah. No, my friend has like a huge hate for midgets.
Midget hate,
Perfect.
midget phobia.
Yeah, I don't know what it is. He just doesn't like them. Be perfect. Like put clowns and a midget together and send it back to him. Be
Oh
hilarious.
my.
Midget clown, just front at him.
Oh, so not too far back.
Go watch
just
it.
like a year or two ago.
Yeah, like a year or two.
Hit him
ago.
with
Yeah.
with the midget clown.
Yep.
I like it.
In his
Sounds like
dorm room as
Borderlands,
he's waking
actually.
up. Be perfect.
Oh, you're right. I need to send myself a bag full of money in the past.
Oh my god.
Oh shit, that's not silly though.
That's a silly bag of money. It's got clown faces
Yeah,
on it.
this question doesn't work.
Silly
It's got to be silly.
magic marker silly on it.
Bag. It's like those cartoon bags where like they hold it up and it's like a dollar
Oh.
sign. Scrooge McDuck, you know? One of those.
Yeah, it just says buy Apple stock on the inside.
Great
A
idea.
bag of gummy dicks. Send
Yeah.
that back.
Or gold bricks. Just send back gold bricks. Be like, Fort Knox sends its regards. All right.
Dr. Eric Deibler says, what is your favorite sandwich? Favorite sandwich.
I like a good ham and Swiss melt.
That's good. That's a good one. Can't go wrong there.
Yeah.
I think
You can also have that at a pretty shady restaurant with little fear.
Yeah, exactly.
Mm.
It's reliable. If you have a Reuben,
Yeah.
sometimes the Reuben's like, damn. I should
Rubens are hit or miss,
yeah,
big time.
Yep.
I would say
Ekuegan, you
maybe-
looked like, yeah.
Yeah, BLT on a croissant, maybe like bacon,
What?
avocado,
Interesting.
lettuce,
Yes, on a
tomato.
croissant. Hell yeah.
with-
That's your
yeah,
ultimate?
With it depends on the cheese, maybe Gouda cheese, something spicy like a chipotle
I'm getting
mayo.
hungry listening to this. It sounds
Yeah.
delicious.
I am hungry.
Yeah. Maybe
I
with
mean-
chips on the side and like maybe guac.
Interesting. I feel like the BLT is often the most boring of sandwiches, personally.
Oh,
but-
it's so delicious though. when
Shit,
you eat
Yeah,
it.
it's
I don't want to
delicious.
judge a man's sandwich.
You calling a BLT
Just kinda
the
wonder.
vanilla of flavors?
It's I don't know.
Well, it's not
Like, I
really
li-
BLT because there's so many things added onto it.
Yeah, you
that
put
was-
Yeah, see-
avocado on that thing.
Yeah.
You're just talking about a croissant sandwich with like all this amazing
Yeah, the
stuff
croissant
on it.
really switches it up, man. That's,
Yeah, a little
that's a totally new
sweetness.
thing.
Croissant's
Yeah.
great.
Flakiness to it.
Yeah.
I'm gonna have to go with the Italian beef, the staple. If you're from Chicago, you know, but it's kind of like a French dip, but it's Italian beef and it's different. And you got to get giardiniera on it. You know, the spicy pepper with the oil, and oof, it's so good.
Nice.
I don't think I've ever had that.
Yeah.
Sounds good though.
Sounds great.
I'm pretty plain. I'm a sucker for a tuna club sandwich. I love fucking tuna club sandwiches.
Nice. I like it.
William PB, but now I want EK sandwich. That sounded better.
Sounds great.
William PB says, you look at your hand and it turns into a weapon of your choosing from any game you have ever played. You will have to live with this decision for the rest of your life. Which weapon and why? Your hand will always be that weapon, and you cannot not choose. You have to choose.
Weaponized hand for the rest of my
Jeez,
life from a game I played.
Well, yeah.
The weapon appears in your hand, whatever you want it to be.
No. It's
Your
always
hand
there.
becomes there.
Oh, it's always there.
Yeah.
This you're like
Well, you're
you're like
holding it,
Carnage,
right, but you can't let go,
Your
okay.
hand just suddenly turned into a weapon like Carnage, right?
It's gonna make it really hard to eat BLTs.
Yeah.
man.
Like, is there
Right.
who's got a weapon
know.
hand that is like shaped like a hand?
Oh, Sekiro.
Yeah,
The
there you
Sekiro
go.
hand. Boom.
Done. Nailed it. Oh,
It's like
how
you
about the
wanna keep a real
Infinity
hand.
Gauntlet? I could eat a BLT with an Infinity Gauntlet on.
Just be careful not to grab it too hard.
Yeah, but
'cause-
Right? You know what?
You did- oh, crap.
Shit!
see what happened to Iron Man.
Shoot, I was
though.
trying to grab the pickle. Dang it. I was like,
You're at the
thinking about
concert. You're like,
Where'd everybody go?
ruined everything. You're just floating in space all of a sudden. Bam, 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 bam.
where'd everybody go?
Right. Sekiro hand's a good choice.
Yeah, that's the way to go. Ringo the Dingo says, I want to play more Destiny, but I have 2 small kids who don't want to go to bed in the evening. Which Twitch channel shall I watch until with them to get them to go to sleep?
Huh.
I don't know. Is
the
Tefty
evening.
streaming Planet Coaster? Because that's the answer.
That does sound pretty good.
All right. Redacted Wins says, question. Watts. We really got to wait till Watts is here for this one. Mr. Goodbite says, chicken nuggets or chicken tenders?
Tenders.
I can
Probably
only
go with tenders.
I can only do tenders because of gluten.
Yeah. I'll go with
There's gluten in nuggets, not tenders.
They're typically breaded. Tenders
Aren't
are
tenders typically breaded?
typically not. Tenders are usually like grilled.
Mm,
Yeah, I'm talking
Yeah.
about fried chicken tenders. I think we all are, Teft, but it's a fair answer.
Typically, tenders are not breaded and fried.
You're
Typically,
in a
you're
gluten-free
high.
dream
Yeah.
world, dude. Chicken tender, like it's like chicken
Are you
fingers.
talking about
Everybody calls
chicken
them fingers.
strips? Because chicken strips are usually
Yeah,
breaded.
those are tenders. Those are chicken tenders.
yeah, those are chicken tenders.
Anyways, can't you do wait, can you do almond flour?
Yeah, but most
that
places
gluten-free?
don't ever do that.
There you go.
Uh,
Anyway,
Wait, can you just like give some to like McDonald's and be like, hey, can you make me some nuggets with this flour?
Yeah, I'd totally trust that.
yeah, give him a bag of white flour. Hey guys,
Yeah,
can I get some
great idea.
tenders?
I
are the
remember
best,
I
man.
was a cable guy briefly, and I was getting trained, and I was riding with this guy who drove up to a McDonald's and handed him a bag of Burger King from last night and said, could you guys warm this up for me? And they did it. And I was like, no shit.
Wow, that's nice.
Yeah, I thought so. Mohegan9 says, you've been cursed and have to pick between pooping grapefruits and sneezing meatballs.
Pooping a
What an
grapefruit
awful question.
or
I'd rather
sneezing
just
a meatball.
sneeze. I'd rather sneeze than actually poop. That sounds
But
like
a
too much work.
meatball.
I just bring a bag with you.
Bring it back.
No, but I think it's gonna hurt.
You got meatball
A lot less
sandwiches 10
frequently.
minutes later. Come on.
I sneeze a lot less frequently than I poop.
Yeah, that's what I was
It's really
thinking.
unexpected, and that could be a problem if I was firing meatballs all over the place.
I mean, in a grapefruit.
Like I can mentally
Feels
prepare myself
doable.
to take a grapefruit-sized poop. I mean, it's gonna hurt. It's not gonna be good.
I like how
I
Fran said, "I'm so hungry" in chat about a minute ago, and like I don't think that aged well, did it?
No, it didn't. You want a sneeze ball or poop fruit?
I guess I'd sneeze a meatball, but
I don't know. Yeah, that's rough. Plus,
Yeah.
people might see that. Oh, that's at least you can poop a grapefruit in privacy.
Well, I mean, you don't have to do it in your pants, Fran. You are allowed to.
No, that's what I'm saying. In privacy, you can go.
Although,
Yeah.
actually, you just have a grapefruit roll down your pant leg, like you got away clean.
It still came out of your butt. I don't think it's clean.
yeah, I think
Like, it is-
you might have had a
It's
tear.
not something you can eat,
You might
Briar.
have to have a
if that's what
doctor
you're
look
thinking.
at the tear that's happened
I
from the
think-
size of the grapefruit. That
I
just
might
came.
not eat it because I know where it came from, but I can give it to you.
Oh, that is a weird smelling grapefruit. That's a no.
Man, Briar's always got grapefruit in his house. It's weird.
He's got a whole bowl of grapefruit.
Funky grapefruit over there. Weird.
Yeah.
Oh my god.
We only got 2 questions left. It's gonna be an early podcast.
I'm starving. Early. It's almost 8. We're almost on time. We will be on time.
Zachary Richin says, "How does everyone stack their burgers and toppings? It's your go-to burger topping list."
I usually do the patty, then a slice of cheese, and then
What kind of cheese?
like usually cheddar or Swiss. Depends. I'm not about American cheese.
Not
I'm
a
not
pepper
either.
jack guy.
Oh, I like pepper jack too. Yeah.
Yeah.
It is
Land O'Lakes
habanero,
American cheese is pretty
cheddar.
good, but for the most part, I'd rather have cheddar.
If there's like a mild cheddar available, or I mean, sometimes even a sharp cheddar. I like the cheese options. Cheese options are
Yeah.
great. And then the pickles are if I'm in the mood. I'm not always in the mood for pickles, but sometimes I'm in the mood for pickles. All right.
Sure.
And then if the tomatoes aren't like super juicy, like a thin slice of a tomato, I'm down for. If it's super thick, no, don't like that.
I don't like them when they're like still hard. Like if there's a little bit of crunch to your tomato, get that fucking
Yeah.
shit. That shit was green. You made it. You chemically turned it red.
Jesus, McDonald's.
Yeah. No lettuce. You go mustard, ketchup, or you go mayo?
You usually have a little bit of mustard and ketchup.
Mustard and ketchup.
Yeah. I'm assuming this is like a cookout, right?
Yeah, sure.
Somewhere, I keep it fairly simple, I guess. So, right, bottom of the bun, then the burger, definitely some cheese, habanero jack if I can get it, and then
Spicy.
I don't know what I really like red onion, so I would like some red onion if possible.
Okay.
And then again, like any pepper variety I can get. So, like honestly, if I have some habaneros, if you put a few of those on there, but if not,
On a
some
burger.
jalapenos or just
Yeah.
a little bit.
Oh,
It's good.
Derek.
And then I do like
So
a
it's
really
called the ass blaster. Burger King.
I mean, that's the only
The
way you get the grapefruit out.
elder.
Exactly. It's the only way to like really get it cannonball right out of there. But yeah, basically somewhere in there. And then I probably would do tomato with like a little lettuce without the spine, by the way. I hate the stupid spine. It screws up the
Yes,
whole.
I
You just
agree.
need the leafy parts, nice and simple.
Yeah. I like
I don't
iceberg lettuce on burgers too because it's a little crunchy.
Yeah. Yeah.
I don't like when people put romaine lettuce on.
hmm
Yeah.
Something like that.
EK?
Man, I'm
Burger
so
me.
hungry
I would say the bun. I think the peppers would be on first.
now. Ooh, yeah.
Under
EK.
the burger?
Yeah, because I kind of wanted to
Smart.
go into the meat when I bite into it, so I would say that. I like to have ketchup and mayo in between. I don't know why, so I'll probably put like a little bit of both in there, and then the tomato and the lettuce. Then I'm done.
Yeah.
I like
That
it
sounds
spicy
good.
and simple. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm. Oh yeah, normally.
Jack cheese or something, like right between the meat and the peppers. I would
Nice.
say.
Some good burger talk.
I like
That's good.
I like the bun, you know, and then the burger, medium usually, because I don't trust ground beef like I trust steak, so I like it cooked.
Sure.
And then I like those mozzarella cheese sticks, the round ones that you peel.
Yeah.
I like to peel that and then kind of lay it
Oh,
across, right? So it kind of melts
Some mozz.
across.
Oh.
Really love that mozz. And then those pepperoncinis?
mm-hmm.
I just take the stems and I put that on there.
Stems?
Because I like, just the crunch from the stems. I love that.
You're joking.
Okay. Yeah.
Okay.
I was about to say. I was like,
I mean,
what?
we almost believed him, right, Jeff?
Yeah, man.
Well, you believe the mozzarella stick part. How far am I going to have to go?
That sounds ingenious, actually. I'm gonna try that. That sounds good to me. I'm so hungry that anything edible.
I should have pitched like some crazy vegan burger to you guys. That's what I should have done.
Yeah.
All right, last question of the night. Then we can all go eat.
Mhm.
Hopefully this one doesn't ruin our appetite. Justice Beaver 23 says, would you rather have to spend the rest of your life breathing like Darth Vader or talking like Yoda?
Oh, Yoda. That's
Yeah, Yoda sounds fun.
Yeah. I don't know. Long term,
What?
it can be pretty annoying.
But you're just breathing like Darth. You
Picture
just
this
talk like
though.
normal?
You got
So you're like, yo, guys, I was thinking for the burger, for me, I love like pepper jack, but
That's a really good Darth Vader impression.
that would be awesome. I feel like everything you said, people would be like, yeah,
okay.
whatever that guy's talking
Serious
about. You know?
now. See, that's the problem is that if you want to be serious, the Yoda talk is going to be tough. Like if you got to fire somebody, you're like, employment has ended for you, yeah, or whatever. Whereas, like,
all right, that just changed my answer. I'm going with Yoda.
No one believe you ever.
You're picking up all the chicks at the bar with that voice.
Because they all love Star Wars nerds. That's the thing about picking up women. Star Wars quotes is the way to go.
Vader just sounds so creepy.
Yeah.
Oh my God. That's a good question. I like that question.
That was fun.
That was a great question.
That was the last question. Good one to end on. Thank you, Justice Beaver.
Excellent.
Justin Bieber, big fan of the
Justin Bieber, my God.
Justice Beaver.
Justice Beaver. He's a crime-fighting beaver. It's an Office reference. All right, awesome show, guys. It's it's like it's that time where we're getting close, but not quite yet towards a new DLC season, new expansion season. So obviously, we're excited for Shadowkeep. If you are watching live, thank you very much for watching live. If you are watching on YouTube or on the various podcasting channels, thanks for all the support, guys. Also, shout out to our Patreons as well. And EK, where can we find what you do on the internet? Where can we find all your socials?
All right, you can find me on Twitch, YouTube, and Twitter. I'm also on Instagram. I just started, I guess, working on Instagram as well. But it's Ekuegan on Twitch and YouTube. And on Twitter, I have the underscore. Some guy has my name, but has never used the account
Motherfucker.
for like 10 years.
10 years?
Really?
Yeah.
Does he still post on it? Is it?
No, there's no post, there's nothing, but I can't get the name. It's so weird. So, who knows?
My goodness.
But yeah. Maybe one day, they'll just get deleted. Something.
Yeah. Some services, like, every once in a while will just kind of like, okay, we're going to delete all the old names that nobody ever uses anymore.
Sometimes
if you've been inactive for 5 years, we're going to delete it and new people can sign up. Yeah, like Twitch does it, don't they?
Yeah, I think Twitch does.
I feel like Twitch has done it before, yeah. They'll have rotations where, like, if it's been active, just like I said, 5 years, then it's free. It's open. They unlocked
it's free.
Yeah, free.
Yeah, Twitter needs to do that because there's so many people I know that have, like, that situation.
Yeah. Exactly. Briar?
I'm Briar Rabbit. You can find me at the Briar Rabbit if you'd like to talk to me on the internet. Also, I'll be posting the last of the VR reviews, the Valve Index review that should be up probably early next week. And that's kind of like the last of the new VR reviews. And that's actually my favorite one. So look out for that. Spoiler review. I really like it. And this is the one I kept for me.
Nice. Awesome. Fran?
Yeah, if you like me on the show, want to support me, catch me over at Twitch TV/FM3_. Everybody's favorite thing to do. Yeah, you can catch me over there. And then worth a mention, I'll be doing the official Borderlands show with 2K and Kind of Funny. And it's going to go up September 18th. And so that'll be the first show. We'll have a guest on. So maybe check that out if you're just interested in Borderlands as well. And kill some time before Destiny.
Awesome.
What's it going to be called?
The Borderlands show. I mean, it's 2K's like it's their
Borderlands
show, but
community
podcast. I mean, Kind of Funny's producing it, but so we can say whatever we want. But it should be good. We'll have some new info next week on the game, I believe. So
awesome. Yeah, we're gonna be playing it, right?
Heck yeah.
Yeah. If you want to find more of me, I'm Tefty Teft. You can talk to me at Teft on Twitter. Catch my streams, twitch.tv/Tefty Teft. And yes, I will be playing a lot of Borderlands coming on up close to. Well, my plan is to play Borderlands up until Shadowkeep. And then it's going to be Shadowkeep from there. So very excited about all the stuff. And it's basically Game Timber. It's official. Game Timber has launched. It's happened. And it's intense.
We're in it.
We're in like
neck deep in the shit.
Like the Eye of the Storm, I feel like, is going to be Shadowkeep. That's the eye. And then all kinds of other games coming out up until November and all that. So, but aside from that, thanks for watching, guys. Really appreciate it. Thanks for all the support. We'll see you next week for another show. And again, we have side quests as well that happens Monday, 1 p.m. Pacific time. That is also, you got a new YouTube channel for that as well, right, Brian? For side quest?
Yeah, we have a brand new YouTube channel for side quest.
Megapog.
For the first few episodes, for the next few episodes of side quests, we'll be posting them on both channels, the DCP live channel and the SideQuest channel. But eventually, we will just be posting SideQuest to the SideQuest channel. So go follow that. There's a link in the description of the most recent SideQuest video. I don't have a custom URL for it yet because we got to get like, I don't know, it's like some amount of subscribers or whatever. So subscribe so we can get a custom URL.
There it is. Awesome. Thanks for watching, guys. We'll see you next week. Bye-bye.
Bye.
Bye.
Yep.
Okay, we're back on the live show. We are going to read out some subs and then do a raid.